Hello, fellow moms of teens. Today, I'm excited to share with you some facts about the brain that really helped me to feel so much more calm and a lot of relief in dealing with my teens' decision-making skills. So I began, prior to learning all this information, I began by, responding to his bad decisions in a very frustrated and argumentative fashion, to where it wasn't really helping him learn how to cope and how to manage the emotions that he was experiencing and how to learn to make better decisions. So just a few facts that I want to share. And it was like turning on a light bulb for me, to where in the middle of, an argument or, him making a really bad decision, I'm able to get to a place where I can just say, it's the teen brain. And, we get to where he becomes more calm and I'm calm and we can have a conversation. So the first part is the prefrontal cortex. So the prefrontal cortex is responsible for planning, prioritizing, and it helps to control impulses. And it's in the front of your brain, and it's actually the last part to develop, and doesn't develop fully for men until around 25, in the mid-20s. And so one of the things that means is that they are not, planning, they are not thinking long term, they are acting more, impulsive, making decisions that create instant gratification, right? Like, I don't want to do my homework right now, I want to go have fun with my friends. And it's like, well, no, you have to do your homework with your friends in order to go hang out, or do your homework before you get to hang out with your friends. And maybe they want candy instead of dinner, right? Or, they don't want to save money. If they get money in their hands, they're going to spend it, right? And this is all because of that part of the brain isn't even wired, right? And if you think about it, one of the things when you go on a diet or when you want to start working out is you plan it, right? Maybe you put it on a calendar or you plan out what you're going to eat. And then your prefrontal cortex is in charge of that, right? And even as an adult, I have a hard time listening to my prefrontal cortex. But imagine not even having access to the prefrontal cortex, and you're not even able to say, okay, I plan to work out, so I'm going to work out. I want to lose this many pounds and I'm going to work out. I'm not going to eat that ice cream in the refrigerator, right? All of those things are the prefrontal cortex, and it's just not developed for them right now. The second thing I want to talk about is the limbic system. And these are all big words, but you can Google them and find out more. But just even this basic amount of information should help you at least be a little more calm and understanding. So the limbic system is a more emotional part of the brain, right? So this is what they do have access to, because the prefrontal cortex isn't developed yet. So they've got like this really active limbic system, and it creates big emotions, right? So your teen may be showing a lot of, aggressive behaviors and rage and banging walls, yelling, screaming, throwing things, a bit of fear. And, what this is because of is the limbic system. And so when they're experiencing this and you see it, it helps to just be like, you know what, it's that part of the brain that they're using. And, I understand. And not to say that they don't have consequences and learn from their mistakes, but it just can help you feel so much less frustrated. I'll give an example. We were dropping our teen off at a carnival, and he was supposed to meet his friends. And we got to one of the entrances to the carnival and it was the wrong one. And he kept saying, no, my friends aren't at this entrance. No, no, no. Go drive around. And I'm thinking, I don't want to drive around the block, get stuck in traffic. It could take 15 minutes when he could just go in this entrance and walk through to the other entrance. And I'm thinking rationally. He's not thinking rationally. He's like, no, I'm not getting out of the car. And, even getting angry and yelling. And I got really frustrated, I'll tell you. But afterwards, I realized I was thinking, like, why was he acting that way? Like what was causing him to be so aggressive and, angry about that? And obviously it's the limbic system, but also what we came to realize is that, he was nervous. He was going to a carnival in another part of town where he had no friends. And so he wanted to be let off where his friends were. And I even thought about it like when I was a kid too. Like, of course, I wanted my parents to drop me off where my friends were. I didn't want to get dropped off alone and look like a nerd all by myself, right? But it was just an example of his limbic system being in control and, us trying to stay calm and, not react to his overly emotional outbursts. And finally, the last thing I'm going to leave you with is sleep. So you may notice that your teen wants to stay up later and they want to wake up later. And that is because actually part of the body, the sleep cycle adjusts during adolescence. And so naturally, they want to go to bed later and wake up later. So it's not even like just because it's cooler to stay up late or all my friends are staying up late. It's also because their bodies aren't ready to shut down at that time. And, they're thinking, I'm just going to lay in bed and do nothing, right? So we, want to just be aware that it is their body and it's not just, them wanting to, defy you or, stay on the phone longer or play video games longer. It's just that their bodies aren't quite ready to shut down at that time. So pretty much what I've shared with you are just a few of the many things that are happening to your teen's body. You could get into hormones and all kinds of other things, but these are just a few of the things that have helped me in the moment to be more calm, more, relief and understanding and acceptance rather than, frustration and anger and, not understanding like what were they thinking and why did they do that and why did they keep doing that. I'm able to just be like, you know what, it's the teenager brain and I've got to continue to model the right behavior for him and show him that, I can remain calm, I can cope, I know how to deal with emotions and, I can develop good sleep habits, all of those things that are going to help them become a better adult. So I hope that that was useful and you're able to kind of do that mind shift of like, this is normal. It's the brain, it's the body, it's all these things that are happening during their teenage years. And if not, if you're still feeling frustrated and you need a little help, go to ilovemyteen.com. We can do a one-on-one and I'd love to talk to you. Take care.